Okay, today we're going to test drive a 2003 GMC Yukon. I'm going to show you a few features why you'd want to go with the GMC model rather than the Chevy if you're going to buy one used. The chrome is factory. The chrome wheels are not on this one. I can just walk around it real quick before we test drive it. You'll want to check if it has a hitch because they don't all come factory with a hitch. It does have the lift gate, so the whole thing opens up like so. There's the amount of space it has behind, not a ton. If you need a ton of space, you'd want to go with the Suburban. The seats do come out though. There's the levers right there, 1, 2, and then once this is up, there's a third one to pull it out. Okay, let me close this. Okay, now I'm going to show you the inside on this side. This has got the cloth seating, not the leather. Some people prefer one and some people prefer the other. This one has the temperature controls and audio controls in the rear with the headphone jacks. Okay, this one doesn't have buckets in the middle. It's got the bench, so it will seat 8 people. 3 seat belts in the middle row, 3 seat belts in the rear. Okay. In the front, we have a standard power seat on the driver's side, full controls on the door. And then we get inside and show you some features. Now, the features I'm talking about that you won't find mostly on the Chevy Tahoes as an older rig, unless it's the higher end model, is 2 things. One, see where it says Bose? It has a Bose premium sound, so speakers and a subwoofer underneath the middle console. Now on the dash, the automatic climate control, where you have the dials that kind of move up and down on the temperature you want, and makes it feel real good in this car. Other features is the rear view mirror. Get it tipped like this. It shows the direction and the temperature. I got whether or not the passenger airbag is on or not, and it automatic dims if somebody's got their brights on in the behind you. Okay, this one does have 4-wheel drive. This is how the 4-wheel drive looks. It's automatic. Get the push button auto. You got 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and 4 low. 4 low, you do have to be in neutral. If you have it in auto 4-wheel drive, the system will kick in and out as needed. It has sensors. It has the auto lights, so you don't have to worry about turning them on. And the rear wiper control. This is the fog light. This is for the inside lights to come on with the door opening and stuff. Okay, it does have the trailer tow package, which means if you push this button, the transmission will stay in gear longer. Here's what the dash is going to look like. You got a lot of gauges that help you know your temperature, your oil, and your battery, fuel, RPMs, and miles per hour. This one shows hours, the odometer, and the trip odometer. That's it. Okay, it'll also come on when you need to change your oil, and then you can reset that. Okay, let's get going on a test drive. Show you a few things. These are generally very smooth vehicles, especially for a American-made big sport utility. So as we go here, wait for this person to get on and show you going down the road. Okay, very smooth. The one thing about these that you have to watch for when you're buying one though is they did have a recall on the steering column. Now what happens is that there's a joint in there that is not able to get lubricated and it ends up going bad. Not that it's a danger necessarily, but as you turn like this and you go over bumps, it kind of makes a popping sound. Not that you can really hear it, it's actually that you feel it in the steering wheel because you're touching the steering wheel. But if you're riding in the passenger seats, you can't hear it. So it's not a big deal if you do test drive one that has that, but if it bothers you, obviously you'd want to look at that to make sure that it doesn't. You got windshield wipers, they're like 22 inch, so you get a lot of vision area. They do have pretty good power. I don't know if you can hear that, but the 5.3 liter motor, which this one has, is a very stout motor, and it loves to rev the RPMs. So in fact, when you tow with this vehicle, it actually likes to have the RPMs in about between the 3,000 and 4,000 RPM range. Gets decent gas mileage, but I don't know if you buy these rigs for gas mileage, because they're all going to get within a couple of miles to the gallon anyway. So anyway, this is the GMC Yukon 2003. If you have any questions, go ahead and place a comment and I can answer them for you there.